A good neighbor to nearby downtown Phoenix. We're at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale, Arizona. Here to begin this one is Cameron Dicker. And away we go in Glendale. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game.
On one, ready?
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Stop.
Right to the air, Burrow. Hauled in by Downs. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Here we go. Stop.
First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
Just set.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. They get 28 out of that play. And that's a Cardinals first down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Here we go. Stop.
On first down, here's Burrow. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Here we go. Stop.
Working inside the red zone. Finds his man, Downs. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more.
And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Cardinals take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Butker with the extra point. And the Cardinals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Hey, Here we go, son. Right.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Completes this one to Gray. And he's going to be touched down about 3 yards shy of the marker. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Here we go.
Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, defense, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out. And 3rd and short.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
Here we go, son. Eat you.
They do snap it. Here's Fields. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be first down, Arizona.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's a Cardinals first down.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. Here we go. Here we go. Stop.
From the red zone now. And he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. So an absolutely beautiful throw there, finding his man in space who turns it into 6.
Yeah, they really took advantage there, Kate, of some soft coverage. You want that on that corner route. Plenty of space for that route to develop. Great execution, and it pays off with the touchdown.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He's got Pierce. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Hey, 10.
Off play action, it's Fields. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. Touchdown, Jacksonville! The Jaguars make it a one-score game. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jaguars chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10.
Let's get set. Stop.
Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Here's second and 11. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on.
Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to have it after his second interception of the season. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed, and someone was there to make a play on it.
Now, what you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off.
Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. They go again with Taylor. Escapes a defender. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Taylor again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to State Farm Stadium in just a moment. We're back for the start of the second quarter. Jaguars have the ball and a chance at 6. Chased out to his right. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off Cam Hart. Well, how quickly things can change. They were looking so good just a couple of plays ago, and suddenly, not anymore. A red zone look comes up empty with that interception.
I think the pressure got to him there, Kate. And I don't even mean all those pass rushers, although they were certainly coming too. I mean the pressure of being third down in the red zone. It's where you got to slow yourself down as a quarterback and know you've got to simply protect the football.
11 MT, Tate. Stop.
First down, Burrow to throw. Buys time, rolling right. Now he's going deep across the field.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Here we go. 11, 11, 11, 11. Dot.
On second down, here's Dobbins. He'll work it a couple yards past the line. Dexter Lawrence on the tackle. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Give him 24 on that play. And it'll be first down, Arizona.
Gun. Dot.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Escapes the pocket. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide of practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
He's on the move. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. He gets 6 on that play, and that's a Cardinals first down.
Here we go.
Burrow from the gun. On target to Downs. And he'll be out of bounds just a yard or 2 short of that. That one goes for 25 yards. And it'll be first down, Arizona.
Come on, ready? 12. Get set. Dot.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Escapes the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. And the Jaguars, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands.
Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Picked by Alohi Gilman. Well, they had the advantage for a moment, Brock, but turns out that is all just that moment because they throw an interception and give the ball right back.
And for once, both coaches on both sidelines are preaching the same message. Take care of the ball. Not often you see back-to-back plays end in interceptions, and we're right back to where we were just a couple moments ago.
And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
11. Stop.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Catches made down the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And that's a Cardinals first down.
Here we go. Stop.
He'll get this one to Brown. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
That's really good instinct by the eyes up in the sky. The play caller seeing space on the perimeter, a well-timed screen, and a positive gain out of it.
From the pocket, and this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's now 3rd down.
11 MT tank. 11 MT tank. Here we go. Stop.
Burrow. And he's going to score. It's an Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals parlay the interception into points. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cardinals double their lead to 14. Butker on now to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
No mud. Here we go, son.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Finds his man, Gray. It's a pickup of 26. And that's a Jaguar first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Here we go.
Running back sent in motion.
Monday. Right.
On 1st and 10, it's Fields. On the move, headed right. He's running with it. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Alpha. Don't jump. Ready? Right.
A pistol snap. Fields. Pass cut. 9-yard line. And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars make it a one-score game before halftime. Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Jaguars chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
11, 11, 11. Stop.
Here's Burrow. And that's incomplete, but I do see some laundry on the field. Let's see what this flag is all about. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense. They're set up at the 35 now.
Let's get set. 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. Stop.
Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
On target to Dobbins. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
And he'll go down here at the 16. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it'll be first down, Arizona.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
First down from the red zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested.
And he will score. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals grow their lead just before halftime. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Butker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cardinals double their lead to 14. Butker on now to kick this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line.
Here we go, son. Hey, stand. Chip slip. Extend.
Play action, Fields. Connecting on the slant. No one around. He's got space. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
Angel. Here we go. You got a mini base. Hey, Ken. Right.
Working inside the red zone. Getting out to his left. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half.
Here we go. 11. Stop.
First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Gun.
Looking to throw. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. Jimmy Ward has it. And the Jaguars do not get the return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first half. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
551. Here we go.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Oh no, they get him yet again. And the Cardinals are going to have it after his second interception of the season. And it doesn't matter who gets that ball to start the second half because he picks it off on the very first play.
I wonder at halftime, down there in that locker room on the whiteboard, if that defensive coaching staff just said simply, go get the ball. It's exactly what they do, and it totally changes the complexion of this second half.
A give to Dobbins to start the third. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
That's complete to Dobbins. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. This offense in position now. It's first and goal. From the red zone now. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
11, mighty. 11.
On third and goal, here's Burrow. And this is caught. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals push their lead further to start the half. Butker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cardinals double their lead to 14. Butker on now to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Here we go.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Completes this one to Gray. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative when the best of them make it look oh so easy.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Fields now on third. Hauled in by Gray. A lot of mess on the move here. And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars shrinking the lead some in the third. Dicker tacks on the extra point. And the Jaguars chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Gun. Shot.
Burrow from the gun. Hauled in by Dobbins. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
Translatable skills. That's what you call him. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Malik Hooker with the tackle. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
12. Let's get set. 11. 11 in.
Burrow out of the shotgun. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Forced out to his right. And he can escape no longer. They roam over and bring him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Some guys, you just have to account for them, especially middle linebackers. I remember Ray Lewis, Brian Urlacher. It just felt like their presence took up the entire field.
Here we go.
And this linebacker today, well, he had the interception earlier, a sack right now. You've got to start figuring out a plan for him, or he will take over this game.
And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs. 1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun. Fields. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Jaguar first down.
Up. Here we go. Easy. Up, let's go. Sit high.
Shotgun snap to Fields. He's going to push one deep. He's got it deep downfield. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
That one right down the middle. And the Jaguars tie this game 35 apiece. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30.
On one, ready?
They're out and set. First and 10.
11. Here we go. Stop.
Throwing is Burrow. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
11. Stop.
Now Burrow. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio. This guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
A give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Tackled on that play by Isaiah Simmons. Call it no gain on that run, and they face second and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Flush down now to his left. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a Cardinals first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Short pass brought in. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
That throw finds Pickens. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither. Still on the move, coming to the line for first and 10. Here's Burrow. Cut near the goal line. And in for the Arizona touchdown. Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cardinals break that tie and now lead by 7. Butker on now to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Go. West right, sit. Right.
A pistol snap. Fields finds his man Gray. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Chased out to his right. On the run right, throwing deep. He's got it inside the 25. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset. That last shot took him right down to the front of the red zone. Here's first down. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just 1.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Dukes out a one-stop. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
Here we go.
The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6.
Don't jump, ready?
Fields out of the gun. Buys time, rolling right. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You've got to shake it off and keep on firing.
Here we go, Ty.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Escapes out to the left. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Burrow to the air now. On target to Dobbins. And he gets it up close to the 25 before he's out of bounds.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
From the 23. Completed here to Pickens. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. George Pickens, the touchdown. Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Cardinals double their lead to 14. Butker on now to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now Fields. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Able to find Gould here. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10.
Yep. Here we go.
Here's Fields to throw. He beams one deep right side. Touchdown, Jacksonville. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Jaguars chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
11.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. He's on the move. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
On 1st down, here's Burrow. And not a great choice on 1st down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so 2nd down coming up.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it.
Here we go.
Working quickly here.
11 MT.
A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's second. And with another one gone, they're going to have just one remaining this game. Let's see what they went with on third down.
Here we go. 11 mighty.
He'll throw it. Rolling left, buying some time. Big game downfield. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and converts on 3rd and 17.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
11 mighty.
Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
They get 6 and a first down as well.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And they make the play at the 23, a gain of only a little. Now a timeout called by the Jaguars. That's their 3rd. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Here we go.
Burrow from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
The challenge with so many sacks is it just disrupts everything in the rhythm and timing of your offense. All of these negative plays. Hey, this league and this game is hard enough when you're on schedule. All of these sacks set you behind the chains. You've seen how disruptive it is for this offense.
He's back to throw. Escapes the pocket. Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picks it off. And the Jaguars have some new life in the 4th. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Setting up to pass. On the move, headed right. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
EQ. Go.
Here he is to throw. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. They get 27 on the play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw it. He's got Pierce. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Watch right. Hey, 10. Press. Watch right. 11.
Back to throw. Caught near the pylon. And he gets it to the 1, but goes out just before the goal line. They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. Another throw for Fields. And he gets him the touchdown. And now a potential game-deciding play call coming up. try to tie this game. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the fourth. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
On 2.
First and 10 now from the 30.
12, 12, 12, 12. Dot.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Hauled in by Dobbins. And a good pickup of 9 there before it gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all to try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Here we go.
From the 39. He's got it to him yet again. That is cut. And he moves the chains, but time of the essence. Just 16 seconds to work with. In quite the time crunch here, Brock, but still 2 timeouts to burn. It's first down. Burrow out of the shotgun. And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game.
That's now a handful of sacks for the defense and a handful of bruises for the quarterback. Consider this, Kate. Truly elite defenses in this league, well, they average just over 3 sacks a game during an entire season. You put up 5 in a contest, you're playing like one of the league's best.
Getting out to his left. Great work by the coverage downfield. Buys him enough time to catch him outside the pocket. So a timeout's taken. Just 5 seconds left. And after the pause, we're going to see our last play of the game.
12, 12.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. Here he is to throw. Complete beyond the marker. Well, Brock, 4 quarters, couldn't decide a winner. And now we're set up for an exciting conclusion to this contest. Overtime is coming up next. So as we go through this coin toss, Brock, I'm sure most of our fans know it, but this is something that can decide the game. If the team who gets it first scores a touchdown, the game is over. But if they only kick a field goal, their opponent gets it with a shot to win or tie. And if we play beyond those 2 possessions, the next score would then win. Gotta block that missed kick from their minds and refocus. Still a win to be had as overtime has begun. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set.
11,
First and 10.
11. Here we go.
First throw of overtime now. He'll get this one to Brown. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
First down, Burrow to throw. Rolling into enemy territory. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
It's complete to Higbee. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darryl Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that'll bring up second down.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
To throw again, it's Burrow. Intercepted in the end zone. Jimmy Ward has it. And the Jaguars surprise them with the interception and now have a chance to win this game.
I I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back, because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
Taylor gets it to begin the drive, and he's brought down for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
Fields on third. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Here we go.
Taylor now up the middle. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Fields out of the gun. That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. From the gun, Taylor. And he's going to take this only to about the 31. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. Straight ahead with Taylor. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up. Big try coming up here for Cameron Dicker. Arizona goes ahead and calls its 2nd timeout. And that'll leave them with just 1 remaining in overtime. And now the entire game rests on his next kick. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. As they'll be left with just 1 more to work with here in OT. Now Cameron Dicker on to try the field goal. It's 44 yards here from the left hash. The kick is good. He got it. And they've taken back the lead.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
So the Jaguars, the visitors in this one, but they take home the win. And they only needed a field goal.